Your resume is one of the most important tools to help you land a job. But here is the problem. Most people overcomplicate it. And because of that, they miss out on opportunities. Let me break it down for you in very simple terms. Your resume is not just a piece of paper. It is your first impression, and if you don't get it right, you are leaving your dream job on the table. The good news, fixing your resume is not a rocket science. In fact, with a few tweaks, you can make your resume so good that hiring managers can't ignore you. Ready? Let's dive in. But before, let me share a quick thing with you. You know what is one of the easiest way to make a bad impression on hiring manager? Once again, it's not your experience, it's not your technical skills, even it's not your resume format. It is something so simple, yet so many freshers mess it up. It is your email address. Have you ever seen an email address like this? AR some random numbers @hotmail.com or qtpie88 @gmail.com. Yeah, not exactly the vibe you want to give off when you're applying for a job, right? Here's the thing. Your email address is one of the first things your potential employer will notice on your resume because it's on the top. And if it is unprofessional, it can instantly make them question your seriousness. So here is a fix. Use a simple professional email address. It's a tiny change, but it can make a huge difference. Because when you come to landing a job, every minor detail matters. So this is the rule number 1. Use a professional email address. And now let me ask you something. What do you think when you read phrases like hard worker or team player on a resume? Yeah, you're probably thinking cool, but everyone is a hard worker, everyone is a team player, and guess what? Hiring managers think exactly the same way. So here is the problem. When you use these overused phrases, you blend in with the crowd. You sound like just everyone else. And in a competitive market, that's the last thing you want. So this is the rule number 2. Do not use overused phrases. So instead of team players, say something like this. Collaborated with 5 departments to launch a new product and increase the revenue by 15%. Did you see the difference? It's not about telling them you are great. It's about showing them how you did something great. Because when you stand out, you get noticed. And when you get noticed, you get a job. And now let me ask you a quick question. When you are scrolling through Netflix, do you start with oldest shows first? Probably not. Right? You want to see what's new, what is fresh, and what is relevant. And guess what? Hiring managers are the same. And here's the problem. If your resume starts with your first job, which you started maybe 10 years ago, they are going to lose interest fast. And this is rule number 3. Use reverse chronological order. That means starting with your most recent experience first. But why? Because your latest job is usually the most relevant. It shows where you are right now in your career. It is simple, but it makes a huge difference. And you know what is the one thing that can instantly make your resume stand out from the crowd of hundreds? It is something that most people forget to include, but when you add it, it is like giving hiring managers a backstage pass to your professional life. I will tell you that in a moment, but first, think about it. When your hiring manager reads your resume, they are only getting a snapshot of who you are. They are left wondering what's the full story. And that's where this comes in. Always include a link to your LinkedIn profile or your portfolio link in your resume because it is your chance to show them more about you. The more about your achievements, the more about your personality, and the more about why you are perfect fit for the job. Plus, it's a quick way to show you are tech savvy and professional. So this is rule number 4. Include a portfolio link or LinkedIn profile. Now let's talk about something that can make or break your resume. It is not about what you say, it is about how you say it. And here is the deal. Most people get this wrong without even realizing it. So here is the rule number 5. Focus on achievements, not just responsibilities. So instead of saying manage a team of 5, say something like this. Lead a team of 5 to increase sales by 25% in 6 months. Do you see the difference? One is basic description and the other shows impact. And here is why this works. Hiring managers don't just want to know what you did. They want to know what you achieved. Your resume could have the best experience, the most impressive skill, and the perfect job history. But there's one mistake that can ruin it all. It is not about what you say. It is not about how much experience you have. And trust me, it's not even about your education. It's about something so basic, yet so many newbies mess it up. I will tell you that in a second, but again, let me ask you one question. Have you ever seen a resume that looked very messy and it feels it was created in 5 minutes and you don't want to read it? Yeah, not exactly the same vibe we want to give your hiring manager. And here is rule number 6. Use a professional format. This means stick to one or two easy to read fonts like Arials and use consistent headings and bullet points. But why does this matter? Because hiring managers spend a few seconds on your resume, and if it's hard to read, they will move on to the next one. But here's the best part. A clean format does not just make your resume look good. It makes you look organized and detail oriented. So here is your action step. Open your resume right now and ask yourself, does this look clean and professional? If not, simplify it. Because when it comes to resume, less clutter means more impact. If you're a fresher, here is something you need to know. You don't need 10 years of experience to make your resume better. In fact, there's a one thing you can do now that will instantly make hiring managers take you seriously, even if you're just starting out. And here is a secret. It's not about how much experience you have, it's about how you frame it. And here is rule number 7. Highlight projects, internship, and extracurricular activities. Even if you don't have full-time job, full-time experience, you have probably done something that shows your skill. Maybe a college project, or maybe internship, or even a volunteer experience. But why does this work? Because hiring managers are not just looking experience, they're looking for potential. And recently I have reviewed a couple of resumes, and if you want to see those, I will add the link in the description or you can watch here. And thank you for watching.